Welcome to Creative Media Production at Pembrokeshire College. My name is Dennis Bassett-Jones and I am the course leader for this programme. And through this presentation I'm going to talk you through some of the modules and content it contains, as well as the sort of various application requirements. So welcome to Creative Media. Our Creative Media Production course is designed for learners who are interested in the creative arts, including animation, visual effects and video production. And our exam board is the University of Arts London, which is one of the most prestigious arts universities in the country, and that qualification does carry a lot of prestige when applying for further education from this course. Our Creative Media Production course is offered at level 3 and attracts UCAS points for progression to university, and in fact many universities do prefer to take on students from courses like this, these kind of vocational based level 3 courses, because you've already had a bit of a head start and a lot of the modules and content that you'll find on a degree programme. And a lot of our students have no issue accessing their very first choice of university following on from doing this 2-year course. It is important that you check the entry requirements and apply for the level that best suits your ability and predicted grades. So as I said, this course is a level 3 course. You do need 5 GCSEs at grade C or above to include English language stroke first language Welsh, and also GCSE maths stroke numeracy at grade D or above. Plus we need to see a comprehensive portfolio of your work. Most importantly, it's evidence of first-hand observational drawing ability. We do need to see how capable you are with a pencil in your hands, because many aspects of the course do require a little bit of traditional hand drawing skills. But also anything you can show us in terms of any sort of video editing you've done, any kind of digital arts you've done, anything you can show us that gives us an idea of your creative ability is welcome and will be looked at. So students on the course have access to the following facilities and resources. So we have 2 Apple Mac suites with the full Adobe Creative Suite installed. We've also got things like Final Cut Pro, Logic. We use Maya for the 3D animation modules. We try and keep up to date with all the latest developments in software updates and things like that. So you will get your hands on the professional kit basically. We also have digital SLR cameras that we can give out to students for loan. We also have gimbals. There is an animation suite that comes part of the course. And also we do have some audio and lighting equipment. And the idea is that we're trying to make sure you have access to all the equipment you need to create professional looking results. Now, there's no expectation that students go out and spend lots of money on professional media editing and production equipment, but anything you can lay your hands on can only help improve your results and means you can make progress from home. So if you do have things like a decent quality smartphone, you do have access to a fairly well specification PC or Mac laptop from home, that can only help improve the quality of your work. But as I said, any students that come on the course have access to this kit in college and won't be disadvantaged. So the course brings together a wide range of creative media technologies to help prepare students for the many exciting university and career opportunities. And the creative media industry is rapidly expanding. If you look at any kind of big budget Hollywood production now that involves a lot of visual effects and post-production, there's a massive list of titles at the end of people that have been involved. So the career opportunities in the creative media industry are growing, and there's a lot of investment going into this industry. And obviously, more and more people are accessing media context from media stuff from home, things like your Netflix and Amazon Prime. So there's a lot of content being generated in the creative media industry, and therefore with that becomes a lot of career opportunities. You will be taught the fundamentals of filmmaking, animation, visual effects, concept art, podcast production, digital marketing, app design, as well as many other disciplines that involve taking a creative idea and presenting it on screen. The programme will cover the following modules, among others. There are other things that we do, but mainly we concentrate on the things like advertising and digital marketing, 2D and 3D animation, film and video editing, audio editing and podcast production, web and mobile web design, concept art and digital illustration, and portfolio building and professional practice. And all of those things will be given to you over the course. The main idea of the course really is that we try and introduce you to a range of different disciplines in the creative media industry, and you have a little experiment. And as you progress through the course, you should then identify which is the one that really you want to take forward with. So, you don't have to be a master of any of these disciplines to start with. You're just introduced to them. We do lots of assignments where we explore all these different these concepts, these creative media technologies. And then the idea is, as you progress through the course, you then get an idea of what is your areas of strength are, and they help you moving forward from this course. So over the 2 years, there's the course is broken up into 2 years. There's a year 1 diploma, and there's a year 2 extended diploma. And through those 2 years, there's continuous assessment through projects. We get involved with a lot of live brief projects and competitions, and we try and make the work as simulated as much as the real thing as possible. Or we do kind of make contact with actual kind of people in the creative media industry, and we get you guys working on live projects. And you will build up quite an impressive portfolio evidence over the 2 years. At the end of each year, at the end of year 1 and the end of year 2, there is a final major project. So all the sort of the assignments you'll be given up until that point are sort of like stepping stones and helping you build skills and experience. But when you get to the final project in year 1 and in year 2, that's where your grading comes from for the course. So the better you do in those 2 projects, obviously the better grade you get. But everything we do is all about building those skills, building that evidence towards you moving on to your future in the creative media industry. There are some fees associated with this course. When all the students that apply for courses at Pembrokeshire College, for full-time courses at Pembrokeshire College, are required to pay a £30 admin fee on admission, and that needs to be paid within the first week in induction week. Also, we have a £60 workshop fee, which covers, a lot of this equipment that we have that we give out to you guys for use does cost a lot of money to purchase and maintain. So we do expect a contribution from our learners towards this equipment. We've got some really exciting kit that you can actually use and get your hands on, but we do expect that all learners just contribute towards that. So there's a £60 workshop fee, which is needs to be paid in the first week of the first year and the first week of the second year. And then also, if you have any trips or visits, I do pride myself in trying to get people out and about in the real world as much as possible, visiting kind of studios and galleries and exhibitions and universities and doing lots of exploration. We try and do this as much as possible, so there will be some kind of fees involved with that moving forward. Okay, but the course is 100% online and 100% digital. We don't, there is no expectation for you to sort of, do any form of printing or buying kind of, traditional art materials. You need to kind of, so the course is assessed purely through sort of on-screen methods. So we do expect, if you need to buy an equipment or anything to go with the course, it's equipment to help you with your creative media work, but then also things like storage devices like external hard drives and things like that are also useful as well. So these are some of the future careers we're looking at, and as I said before, that if you look at how much content there is now being generated on things like these sort of streaming media platforms, each film, each TV production has a vast collection of people involved with its production. So the creative media industry is expanding rapidly. And there's a lot of exciting opportunities out there for you. So things like advertising managers, animators, artists, graphic specialists, concept artists, digital marketing, film producer, games design, motion graphics, production, TV researchers, VFX, video editor, visual effects, web designer. There's all these things that you can move on to from this course. And I've had students, making very successful careers. They've gone on to kind of TV production companies. They've gone on to work for the BBC. They've gone on to do some very successful, working for animation companies and things like that. They've made a real success of this industry, and their first steps down this road were on this course. So there's a very exciting future ahead for you. If you're really interested in the course, then you need to apply online. Go to our college website, pembrokeshire.ac.uk. Find that you're applying for. So obviously creative media production at Pembrokeshire College is where we're at. We're under the kind of creative arts section. So if you look through the courses and look through creative arts, you should see level 3 creative media production there. Hit the apply now button. Okay. There's no actual obligation with this. If you apply for the course, all it means is it sets up an interview with me. So we'll have a chat and we'll look through your portfolio. and just think about whether it's the right course for you. But there's no obligation for you by applying. It's just a case of registering your interest, and then once you've had the discussion, then we can make a decision then on whether it's the right course for you, or whether we can think about some other alternative options for you. So once you've had a look through the course and some of the content, had a look through this presentation, then I would suggest getting on and applying. And if you need to contact us, we've got our admissions team, so you can send all inquiries through then, and they'll forward them on to us, onto the tutors. So we've got an admissions, advice and guidance team, and that's the email address there, admissions@pembrokeshire.ac.uk, and that's their phone number. There we are, and thank you for your time.